I do know is that Jabulani raped me. I did not give him consent. I told him to stop. And that's how I ended up in a relationship with him. It was not, hey, we are having sex. No, that's not what happened. And I couldn't fight him off because he's huge. He's massive. He's bigger than me. I mean, I'm really short. And I was bandaged. I was stuffed with painkillers. That's what happened. And I have never spoken to the press about this. The dockets have been leaked, whichever way they've been leaked. But I do not speak to the press about this. I have not. Of sexual activities have happened. No one has spoken to me about, oh my gosh, let's have sex today. There was nothing of that sort. The relationship was it was just a getting to know you type of situation. I don't know what he told his friends. I don't know what he told his family, if any family was ever told. I do not know the context in which he discussed me. The only thing I know is the context in which he was to me. And I know this because anyway, let's forget about that because it's a fact. No sexual conversations, no discussions, no, oh, tomorrow, nothing like that. This man had never seen me naked before. It was just, you understand what I'm saying? Now, we get to this event and we are chilling and life goes on. Lottie, 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 lottie. Fast forward to around morning. This happened, I've seen a lot of conversations saying, this happened at night. No, it did not happen at night. I've heard a lot of people say things like, how could you continue dating a person that had raped you? There's so many things that I've seen on social media. So I just wanted to just set the record straight today because I'm really exhausted with all the lies. Anyway, that morning we were making out. It's just kissing. He had invited me to his hotel room. It was morning. We had never been alone together to that extent where you could say, oh yes, now we can. No. He invited me to his hotel room and I went because it was daytime. And while this is happening, suddenly this person starts taking off my clothes. And he raped me. I couldn't fight because I was in stitches. I was bleeding in my stitches because it was a normal thing that happened all the time. Whenever I had any kind of strain, my stitches would just burst open sometimes and I'd bleed. But that's what happened. He raped me. I hated him. And at that moment, I was afraid of him. And at that moment, I was afraid of him. And I didn't stop him. He's a rapist to me. I do not know how he has treated other people. I cannot speak for anyone else. I can only speak for myself. Now, we never spoke. We never hung out. We ended up breaking up because at that moment, when he raped me, to me, it was like the most confusing thing. Like, what do I do now? Am I with this person? Am I not? You don't know. If you've ever been in a situation like that, you don't know how to classify it because no one's ever violated me before. Every person I have had intimate relations with has been consensual. We have had the conversation. And when we part ways peacefully, and that's what it is. So that particular instance, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel about this thing. I told somebody because I also heard there's speculation, and he said that I came up with a rape case. Like, I'm Lady Zamar. I have more to lose because I'm a black woman. I wouldn't come up with something that could destroy my career. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have told anybody. but it was no longer up to me. So I kept on looking for a reason to leave, and I found one when somebody DM'd me and told me all sorts of things about him. We broke up. When I went home, I got text messages from him saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm unable to quit, I'm this and that. And me being the me I am, I had also blocked out the incident. It's hard to deal with. I don't think there's a way your humanity that somebody thought that it's okay to take you without your permission. Now imagine your house is broken into and they take everything while you are asleep. Wake up. Now imagine that's your body, or somebody took something from you. So my mind blocked it out. That's how I dealt with that trauma. I blocked it out. I kept telling my friends, from 2017 up until 2018 into 2019, I kept telling them, no, I think the operation messed with my hormones. I'm not okay, because I stopped eating for 4 months after that. I started developing acne. There were so many things that started happening. And that's how I dealt with it. I'm not perfect, and I cannot say that I could have had the strength to go and talk about it to anyone, because I hadn't even accepted it myself. How do you accept it? You're loved by thousands of people. Your family is proud of you. You're admired from left, right, and center, and here's this person who just takes what he wants. And we hardly ever had a real relationship. It wasn't a relationship, to be fair. You know, it was just basically once in a while I'll see this person. Sometimes I'll see him once a month. This was after I told myself that it didn't happen. And, you know, you just blame yourself. You're like, it's my fault. I'm the one who did it. If I didn't go to his room, then it wouldn't have happened to me. You come up with so many things. And I believed him. I believed every time he told me that he's sorry that he treats me badly. Now there were things, psychological things that would happen that made me even more scared of him. He would often talk about men not dating women who are abused. He would tell me this all the time. Or he wouldn't be talking to me, he'd be talking to whoever was around and saying, you shouldn't date women who are abused, you shouldn't date a woman who's raped. He would tell me how every woman is a B. I can't say the words because I don't like swearing. He would always say, oh, you know, that girl's a B, that girl's a B. Every single woman. I see so many people posting with him, and I'm just like, funny, because you don't know what's going to happen next. I once told him that he abused me. I said it. I said to him, you treat me abusively and you are abusing me. Those are my exact words to him. And he said to me that I was lucky because I don't know what abuse is. That's what he had said to me. He had this thing where he'd always claim to forget everything. So I'd remind him, oh, you remember you said this to me? And it's like, oh, I don't remember. You know, because he was always high or whatever the hell, I don't know. So this was what it was. That was the reality that I lived. In 2018, in July, I told him, I think it was towards the end of July into August, I told him that I can't keep living in fear like this. I can't keep being with somebody who treats me like I'm rubbish. At that time, obviously, I still haven't accepted that I was raped. You know, I just couldn't understand why I was with this person. And then, yeah, that's what happened. And there was a recording that was released. I remember this. Some recording went around for such a long time. And people were like, yeah, she admitted, yeah. That recording was taken in 2018, August. It was a very long conversation. We were not together at the time. We were actually talking about music rights and splits, and there was things. He's used my vocals on songs without my permission, and I had asked him not to do that. And I'd sent the letter officially to him and to my label. So it was not like, oh, yeah. The attention part came from that whole thing of, oh, I actually thought you cared. And when it was leaked, I was just like, wow, this is the length that people go to smear your name. He's gone as far as recruiting people that I used to work with. and they've started some hectic rumors in social media saying that I'm a liar, I'm this and this. Every person that I've fired them because they were inadequate and they didn't fit into my company. It's all right to be bitter. I don't have a problem with bitterness. So following all those things, he has 2000, there's these pictures were wearing white. We're both wearing white. I'm wearing white. I had a Christmas party in January of 2019. Now, what happened for those pictures to even be taken, was he started accusing me of having a relationship with a musician who was at the time signed at Universal, simply because I had told him one day when we went on a flight together that this person, who I found out later was his friend, had, shown some interest in me. And he basically psychologically manipulated me to believing like, oh, okay, fine. If you don't want to be with me, that means you are, sleeping with this person. And I found myself, it was a week, I swear to God, it was a week where I was like, okay, so what am I doing here? And then after that was it. He asked the photographer that was there at the time to take the pictures, and we didn't spend any time together because I'd invited him because I didn't think he would come anyway. Mind you, by 2019, January, I still had not accepted that I had been raped. I still had not come to terms with that. It was only in April 2019, last year, where I said this to someone. I told someone what had happened the first time, and mind you, I have said, my friends, every one of my friends knew about this, but I had never put it into the context of rape. I simply always told people that he forced himself onto me. That was the words that I used. It felt safe for me to say he forced himself onto me. It was safe for me to say he sexually assaulted me. But to say the word rape, I couldn't bring myself to do that. So it was only until I was afraid of him. And I didn't stop being afraid of him till today. Just the thought of him terrifies me. Anyway, go on. That night, I think that day, he kind of got me to go back to his place, and it's fear. And yes, he terrifies me because he raped me. He's a rapist to me. I do not know how he has treated other people. I cannot speak for anyone else. I can only speak for myself. Now, we never spoke. We never hung out. We ended up breaking up because at that moment when he raped me, to me it was like the most confusing thing. Like, what do I do now? Am I with this person? Am I not? You don't know. If you've ever been in a situation like that, you don't know how to classify it because no one's ever violated me before. Every person I have had intimate relations with has been consensual. We have had the conversation. And when we part ways peacefully, and that's what it is. So that particular instance, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel about this thing. I told somebody, because I also heard there's speculation, and he said that I came up with a rape case. Like, I'm Lady Zamar. I have more to lose because I'm a black woman. I wouldn't come up with something that could destroy my career. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have told anybody. But it was no longer up to me. So I kept on looking for a reason to leave, and I found one when somebody DM'd me and told me all sorts of things about him. We broke up. When I went home, I got text messages from him saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm inadequate, I'm this and that. And me being the me I am, I had also blocked out the incident. It's hard to deal with. I don't think there's any woman on the planet that knows how to contextualize rape.